Good afternoon, cats and kittens, pups and pooches. It's Susie Q96. It's alive, and we have a full plate today, even if it is just a Dixie plate. We've got our state quarters. We got our national park quarter folder. We're still looking for that one elusive Washington quarter. And we got a lot of quarters to search, including 2 mystery rolls. Customer rolled from the bank. Hopefully that customer was clueless and put something really groovy in there. Hope he wasn't a coin collector. And then we got our extra state headquarters bit. And I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. So, hope everybody's doing okay. I just about froze my little fanny off last night. It got darn cold up here on this mountain. It was down in the 30s. And I have a heater about the size of a stereo speaker. So that didn't work too well. No, that wasn't the best. It's one of those little heaters you're supposed to put under your desk to keep your feet warm. Definitely was not doing it in here. There I am. I'll be darned. I knew I was around here somewhere. Oh. So, hi, Fleabag. How are you? Glad to see you. Tiffany Twisted. Woohoo! The party is started. Yeah. First, I'm going to tell you, whoops. I don't know what I just unplugged, but that couldn't have been good. First, I'm going to tell you about my escapade that I had Saturday, which caused me to cancel my jewelry sale on my other channel. Saturday, I took some things down to the farmer's market to try to make a little bit of money and sell some stuff. And I am not really used to that market. And I was carrying a crate full of groovy little items, and I fell over one of those parking lot, the stop at the front of your parking space to keep you from going any further. Well, I went further. I rolled over and over and over. Boop, landed on the ground, lay there. And of course, my sister laughed at me. She just knows better than to try to help me up. It's pointless. Yeah. Susie fell down, go boom. Yeah, boom real bad. By the end of that market, I was like almost not able to walk. And so yesterday, when I was supposed to be selling jewelry on Susie Q Jewelry and Decor, I was crashed out over there in that bed where you can now see a very fat cat named M3 crashed out. I'm feeling much better today, and that's good. Gotta tell you, we had the auction last week where I sold a few of the items from my collection. And one of the items that did not sell was that 1961 proof set. Well, today I went to the post office box. Hi, Mark Thomas. So I went to the post office box today, and there was an envelope in there from my buddy Ed Booth, and he sent a very nice donation, and he said for that 61 proof set that nobody picked up the other night. So that was I was more than amply compensated for the proof set, which will be going out to Ed Booth. And I thank you so much, Ed. I spent a little bit of that money already. It was so cold in here last night with that little bitty heater that we got, thanks to Mr. Ed Booth, we got a new heater, which is heating the entire cabin instead of one spot where 1 foot was. So we are in much better shape And thank you, Ed. I'm sure we'll be very warm and toasty tonight. I'm not kidding. The little heater I have is about the size of this little speaker. It's useless. So anyway, thank you, Mr. Booth. The proof set is going out to you. I have not yet mailed the things from the auction. We had some really, really bad weather up here on the mountain. And then I was getting ready for the farmer's market. So I've got Kellen and George and now Ed. I still have something for BC up in Canada, and that's just because I was waiting for his phone number to put on the paperwork they make you do when you send things to Canada. And then I have one mystery item that is still left over from the Devil Made Me Do It giveaway. And I've got to watch I've got to watch the whole thing over again to find out who this belongs to, unless they come to me and say, hey, I didn't get my package, and I have a first name, and that's all I have. So whoever that is, I hope you will step forward and claim that prize. Mud Swat, how you doing? Yes, I am doing better, except I fell down Saturday and hurt myself. But the good news, personal wise, the state of Virginia has finally relented on the insisting that they have a Virginia driver's license in order to restart my Medicaid, because nobody can get a Virginia license right now. It's just the way Virginia is doing everything by appointment only. So anyway, my Medicaid has been officially reinstated. It wasn't Mark, Mr. Thomas. No, I'm sorry. Wrong answer. No, I have a pretty good idea who it belongs to. I just got to make sure I don't want to send it to the wrong person. So, and the other good news, I got to tell you, this is your tax dollars at work. The apartments that I lived in Georgia are USDA rural housing for seniors, low-income seniors. And when I moved, I had to fill out all this paperwork, why I was leaving and when I was leaving and what my new address was going to be. And so I filled out all the papers, and in their infinite wisdom, this just doesn't even make sense to me that you would do this. When they went to send back my deposits, they mailed them back to the empty apartment. Why did you have me fill out a piece of paper with my new address on it and then send my checks to an empty apartment? Da, da, da. Oh, well, gee, we sent it there because we know the post office would forward it. Oh, yeah, let's make some more work for the post office and chance that my checks get lost. But anyway, they finally showed up Saturday. So I am in a little better shape there. Also, when I went to check the payments for the auction, I discovered another donation that was in there by one of the giveaway winners, Silver Nitrate. So I am at a place now where if the weather gets really bad and I have to bail out of the cabin for a bit, that I do have some money that I can go get a hotel room or whatever. The fact that I have a new heater, thank you, Ed Booth, will probably make that a lot less necessary to have to do. So I am very thankful to everybody. I think I'm starting to get back on track here a little bit. Hopefully my apartment will be ready within the next 30 to 45 days, and I can go where I have normal internet and running water. I don't have running water right now. That's okay. I can go to my sister's and take a shower, stuff like that. Okay, we're going to start out and get on the coins here. First thing we're going to do, we've been doing the National Parks quarters, the statehood quarters, and this elusive Washington quarter that we still haven't found. So I started. I have to do. Oops, hang on. So I this. There we go. Yeah, I know I've got 666 subscribers. I had almost 700, and for reasons unknown to modern man, now I'm back at 666 again. And I am not doing another Devil Made Me Do It giveaway. Not doing it. Please do not unsub. Somebody, please find me some subscribers. Get me back up there. Get me away from this Devil Made Me Do It thing. I am done with that Devil Made Me Do It thing. It has come back to haunt me, and I'm right back there again. Anyway, I started the second state quarters book with the idea that I was doing it just for fun. And then it occurred to me that we should make a little contest out of this book. And I'm going to do a video about the contest. But what we're going to do is you can send a state quarter or two, limit of two, to the P.O. Box that is over here, posted in the things over there in the goodies. Anyway, you send a state quarter, preferably from the state you're in, but that's not necessary. Or you can send two. And when we receive your quarter, we'll put it in the book, and that is your entry towards winning the full book. We're going to do that, I'm going to say until October the 15th. And then if it's not full, I will try to fill in the blanks as much as I can. And all of those who submitted quarters to the book, their names will be up to win the filled book. You can send two and have two entries, but that's the max. Because I want everybody to have a chance. Remaining coins, I'll use them for prizes or to pay the postage. Anyway, so get your state quarters in to P.O. Box 96, Galax, Michigan. Galax, Virginia. See, I wanted to move to Michigan. Okay. Galax, Virginia, 24333. God, I'm so whacked, I don't even know where I live anymore. Oh, my goodness. I must have hit my head when I fell the other day. Anyway, get your quarters in. Got till October the 15th. And then we are, let me see, what's the closest Monday to the 15th? Okay, on October 19th, we will do the drawing for the winner of the filled statehood quarters folder. So y'all want to get in on that? Get your name in the entry pot. P.O. Box 96, Galax, Virginia, 24333, with those state quarters. And there might be a little extra prize that goes with the state quarters. You guys know me. I'm messing around here. Okay. So, I got $18 worth of quarters left over from the car wash. I washed my car, and my car still looks dirty. I scrubbed it with a brush, and it still looks dirty. I give up. I don't know. Anyway, so hi, Mississippi Mary. How are you? Glad to see you in here in my coin collecting group today. Some of my coins come from my detecting stuff, so works out well. Okay. First, I got some stray coins here. I found these 4 quarters laying around. I don't know if they've already been checked or not, but we're going to check them again because I don't know where they came from. Then I took my $18 worth of change. I haven't looked at any of them except to divide them up by Washington quarters, state quarters, and national park quarters. And then we have a bonus. Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank you for getting me off of that 666. I don't want to be there again. I already did that once. Anyway, when I was at the bank, I asked them about getting a box of quarters. And they told me they weren't doing that right now, but to check back next week. And I said, well, could I just get a couple of rolls of quarters? And they were kind enough to let me have 2 rolls of customer rolled quarters. Now, that could be good news. That could be bad news. If our customer that rolled them up was just broke and wanted to go get a pack of cigarettes and a bottle of wine, they didn't care if there was silver in there. If our person that rolled them up is a coin collector, they're probably pretty well picked. But we will find out. I just thought it would be something fun to do since I couldn't get a box, that we would at least get a couple of rolls. So we're going to start out here with these 5 boogers that are here. I don't know where they came from. And I need my other glasses because I can't see what they are. Yeah, please be full of silver. I would settle for 1 silver. Oh, okay. Now I know why I laid this one aside. A bicentennial. Just a really, really grubby quarter. I think I saved that one for when somebody was having a grubby quarter contest or something. An 87 that I have no idea why, so I'm going to throw that back in the plate. That can go somewhere. This is 78, no idea. And a something. Oh, that's a bat. I think I wanted to check him to see if he had any errors or anything on him. So now I know why those quarters were laying all over my computer. 2 of them are keepers, 2 of them are junkers, and 1 of them I'm saving for some ugly contest. So now I'm going to set the second statehood one aside. I'm not going to add anything else to it. The grubby one came from the car wash. Robert said it needs to go back through for sure. Okay, I'm going to set this one aside. This is our giveaway one. The only coins that I am going to add to this book would be if we find Guam, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, or the North Marianas, or the District of Columbia, because those are difficult to find. I do already have a Puerto Rico in here. In our other book, I think we need, I know we need North Mariana, and I've forgotten what the other one is. But I'm not adding anything unless I find a spare of those other ones. So we're going to start with this Washington quarter book tonight. Now, everything in here has come from the car wash. Everything. These are all car wash quarters. The only thing missing in this book is a 1971. So I've got my Washington quarters here that I got at the car wash. And I'm just going to go through them pretty quick. Oh, hi, Nick Haas. How are you? Woohoo! Glad to see Nick in here. Nick, have you been able to escape yet, or are you still locked down? I know you're really wanting to do some detecting. I'm just going to use my little guy here, my loop-de-lay. I can't see out of the loop-de-loo. Let me put the other glasses on. Yeah, can y'all tell I'm about half blind? I keep changing glasses. Okay, my aunt got a roll of silver quarters from her pharmacy. She was spending them on smokes. Oh my gosh. I told her the LCS would give her $4 each. I ended up with a bunch of that survived for $2 each. Oh, Nick, I am so sorry. Yeah, I've got to figure out a way to pay my admission to Florida Hunt 7. I missed Florida Hunt 6. I'm still mad that I missed it, and I really want to go. And by February, I should be in good enough shape that I can, and hopefully the COVID will have dropped off enough. I'm from Florida. My brother is there, and I would like to see my brother. And he is in Central Florida, so hopefully I can do both at the same time. Okay, we got here a 65, an 88, a 94, another 94, 67, a 90, a 72, close but no cigar, a 92, 96, 96 tears, 78, 89, not looking good for that 71, 90, 85, and 65. Nope. Hi, Coin Silver. How are you? Glad to see you here with me. Not sure how to pronounce it. Is it Jaji? Somebody help me with the pronunciation of this new visitor's name. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Samuel Phillips. Haven't seen you for a while. Glad to see you. Awesome. Got Robert Mims floating around in here. Glad to see all these folks showing up today. I've been kind of having it rough lately, but your dyslexia is making numbers hard. Oh my goodness. Well, let me tell you a story about dyslexia, folks. My brother is dyslexic. He is 12 years older than me. When he was in school, they didn't know what dyslexia was. And so they put my brother in what they called back then, and you would never get away with this now, but back then they called it the retard class. That's what they called it. The special ed or retard class. Now, my brother, you all owe my brother major thanks. My brother is not a retard. That was the word they used back then. My brother at age 16 quit school for good cause, and eventually joined the Navy, where he took most of his tests for aptitude, and he did terrible on them because he's dyslexic, and they didn't know what that really was back then too much. So there was a guy. Yeah, I don't think you could even call it special ed and get away with it today. So imagine how these kids felt when they called it the retard class. And all they did, they didn't try to teach them. They just gave them comic books and, they didn't do anything with them. Well, my brother's an electronics whiz kid. He used to find, there was a TV repair shop down the street from our house, and he eventually got a job there. But he used to go find broken TVs out back and get like 3 or 4 of them and Frankenstein monster them and make one work. He was that good. And radios and stereos, he would pick them out of the junk and fix them to make money. Well, when he got into the military, I guess somebody figured out what was wrong with my brother as far as the dyslexia. And my brother became an expert in communications and electronics in the U.S. Navy, and was the youngest, or one of the youngest people stationed at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba during the Bay of Pigs invasion back in the 60s. He later went on to be the person in charge of a missile tracking station. And then he got, I think it's 13 or 14 patents for things he invented that without those things, we would not have these things. And like I said, they said my brother was a retard. We wouldn't have cell phones without my brother. So dyslexia is one of those things. You can figure it out. My brother figured it out. Somebody helped him, but they figured it out. And so thank you, brother, because I really appreciate having cell phones. I really appreciate cell phones. Jimmy, he's not even lurking. He's speaking up and everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so exciting. Yay. I got people today. Okay, well, we didn't have any luck with that 1971. Eventually I'll find it. That heater is really toasted me out. I gotta push this door open and let it warm the rest of the place up. I'll be right back. I've got to stick something in front of the door for a door stop. Let's go with chicken pot pie soup. There we go. That should do it. There, perfect. Pretty informal here in the cabin, folks. All right. All right. So now we're going to move on to our national park quarters. I got to tell you about these real quick. These, I've been slowly going through the ones that we've already looked for placement in the books, looking for errors and things that just don't look right. And I got a few in here. I still got a bunch more to go through, but we will look at those later. Some of those are legit, like die cracks and cuds and things. But right now we're gonna hit this national park book. We've been working on these about 2 months now, using nothing but car wash quarters. I keep reiterating that because people have offered to send me quarters to fill the holes, and that kind of defeats the purpose of why I started this. I started doing this because at the time I was living in a place with a bunch of senior citizens, and I was the next to the youngest person there. And these people just didn't do anything. They sat around and watched TV, and they just had no interest in anything. So I was trying to get them interested in coins. And so I showed them what I could do from the car wash. And I got one lady, she cracked me up. She and her grandson have been doing the project for a while now. And they are going through her husband's poker winnings and taking the quarters out that they need for the books. But hey, they don't go to the car wash, but they have access to those quarters. And so I don't want to do this with anything but car wash quarters. Unfortunately, I have a car wash here where I can get them. So where we're at on this, and I'm going to try to show it page by page because I haven't done that for a while. We're missing quite a bit of the 2010, 2011, a few 2012s, a couple of 2013s, 2014s. Then we start filling up. The 15s are full. We are missing 116 on this page. 17s and 18s are done. And then we got a lot of holes over here for 2019, 2020, and of course the 2021s. So that's where we're at on the book. The ones that are in there have all come from the car wash. One just fell out. I got to put it back in. Let me see where it came from. Hi, Marty. Glad to see Marty in here. Marty's one of the Detecto-matics. books, my detecting buddies. I don't know where this came from. Oh, okay, right there. Just some of the holes on this book aren't the best. And for my detecting friends that are in here, I have gone a couple of times, but our weather's been really bad. And I was wrapped up in doing a lot of paperwork, getting everything switched over. So I haven't had any time really to make any videos, but I'm going detecting tomorrow. And I am going to start working on my detecting videos again. I've got some stuff in the can, just waiting to be edited. Storm and CA, how are you? I got a coin here, got your name written all over it. Where did I put that nasty thing? I'm sorry, it's not nasty. It's just been to Vegas. Anyway, we found a nasty Vegas coin a while ago. Oh my goodness. All right, so we're going to start on these. I'm going to try to put a few of them under the scope simply because I can't see very well. So I'm going to take my smiling face off the screen, and we're going to go to the handy dandy microscopic scoper duper duper thing. Woohoo! Let there be light. Yay! All right. Yeah. Oh, it's a really nasty one too. It is a nasty Vegas coin. I think I knocked it down behind my my printer, but I'm going to save that for an ugly coin contest because it's really bad. All right. Let's see. I got to get my book flipped over here. I know I don't need the River of No Return unless it's a W, which it's not. All right. Well, I'm going to put me back up there until we need the scope for something important. I'd like to have a W jump out one day. Okay, we got 2019 American Memorial Park. Please be a D. Yeah, it's a P. You'll hear them hitting the plate. That's not the end of the line for them. I go back through them and look for all the things that could possibly be wrong with them, which we all know is a lot. Oh, and I am making a list, by the way. I am trying to compile as accurate a listing as possible of varieties and errors on the national park coins, because when I searched to find them, there really was not a good list. I found like 1 or 2 on a list over here and 3 or 4 on a list over there. And I would like to have a good list. And when I get it done, I will post that file somewhere and everybody can have access to it. Thank you, Samuel Phillips, for coming in. Come back and see me Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. I will be here with the metal detecting folks doing From the Ground Up. Oop. If Tommy was still alive, he would be confiscating all these for poker playing purposes. But I got to tell you, my friend Tommy, who has been gone for about 1.5 years now, saved my life again last night, because when he was still living, I bought him an electric blanket for Christmas. Not that he didn't really need a heater or anything, lived in Florida, but once in a while it would get a little cold out there. And so I had bought him an electric blanket. And when I was packing up some of his things after he had his stroke and we thought he was going to go to the rehab, one of the things that I had packed was that electric blanket. And if I had not had that electric blanket last night, that cute kitty back there and I probably would have been popsicles this morning, because it got down in the 30s. The kitty's name is M3. the letter M and the number 3. And the reason, I'm sure some of you already know, but the reason he is named M3, he was a gift for Christmas several years ago. from a musician friend of mine. Those of you who are older may remember a song that came out in 1966 called 96 Tears. And it was by a band called Question Mark and the Mysterians, and I help them out periodically. Q, who is Question Mark, is a very good friend of mine. He has an unusual way of naming cats. He had Meow, then he had Meow Meow, then he had Meow Meow Meow. Well, Meow 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 didn't get along with the other two. So I took him, and rather than call him Meow Meow Meow, he's just M3. 3 meows. Okay, somebody wanted to see my new heater. I just got this heater today. Thanks to a wonderful donation by my friend Ed Booth, we got a brand new super duper cool heater. It is keeping the entire cabin warm. It's one of these radiator types. But the one that I was using, let me get this heater and show you what I had last night. Last night, we had this. No, it is not a stereo speaker. It's a heater. And all it will heat is your feet if you've got them under a desk. So, when I went to the post office today, and there was some coinage in there from Mr. Booth, who is now getting that 1961 proof set that didn't sell during my little mini auction. Anyway, I took some of that money and went and bought that heater because I have a heater like this. The problem is all of my things are in storage, and I tried for 4 hours to move things around and get to my heater with no success. It's buried way in the back. So I just bought another one. It's not a bad thing to have. You can always loan them to people when it's cold and they need them. So, but I knew we were not going to survive in this cabin without it. So that was an investment. And I'm very grateful to Mr. Booth. Okay, where were we? So yeah, it got really cold in here last night. It was terrible. It was so bad. Yeah, I have another one of these, and I love that heater, and that's why I bought this one. All right, Sterman, see you, buddy. My nephew bought me one of these radiator heaters, and they're pretty good on electricity, and they're very efficient. They had some other ones there at the store that were the same price or only a few dollars less that I knew were not going to be as efficient. So I just went ahead and got this, and the whole cabin is warm. It was freezing in here. So very happy with that. Somebody just came in. Who was Wheatback Attack? Hi. Thank you for joining us. Right now we are sorting through some state park quarters, trying to get them in this book. And I don't have my glove on. I only have one glove right now. I don't know what I did with the other one, but I don't usually handle coins without gloves. So let me get dressed here in front of God and everybody. There we go. Woohoo! All right. So, and I got to find another glove. Y'all gonna get to see the whole. This is like half of the cabin. I think I have some gloves in here. There we go. For some crazy reason, I did actually manage to pack some of my gloves in the stuff that came to the cabin. All right. Now I'm not getting anything rubbed up. Okay. 2019 American Memorial Park. Please be a D. Oh, please be a D. This is a really nice one. And it's actually nicer than the one that is in the book. It is a P, which we already have, but this is a much nicer one than the one I had in the book. So we're going to switch them out. Let's switch that one out and put a nicer one in. Yeah, when we get to the state quarters, we're doing a giveaway with state quarters. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Andy's posting the address and everything. Let's see, 2020. Where am I? Salt River Bay. Please be a D. It's a P. Nice one, but don't have a space for it. The 2020 National Park, also known as the Bat. Wish I would pull a W. Nope, that's a P. I already got that one. Blue Ridge Parkway. Why am I holding this up with a big grin on my face? Because I'm 2.5 miles from the Blue Ridge Parkway. So this is my home quarter. I know I don't need it. There's the War in the Pacific 2019. I already have both of those, but I've got to check in case a W should sneak into things. I have to look. What in the world am I looking at? Whatever. Okay, that's a D. And it's a Shawnee 2016. All of these came from the car wash. Every single one of them. Oh, goody. We needed that. The 2016 Shawnee, the Denver Mint, we just completed 2016. Woohoo! We did not get skunked. Thank you, car wash. Working at the car wash. I'm going to tell you, I washed my car down at the car wash. My car looks dirtier than it was when I went in. I don't know how that happened. I tried to scrub it with one of those brushes, and all I did was smear the. It looks like somebody mopped it with dirt. It's really bad. So I guess I'll have to go back to the car wash and get some more quarters and wash it again. I guess so. All righty, 2013. What do we got here? We got Mount Rushmore, which is full. Don't need that. Now this one, I always have to look for the big fat cud. This is the San Antonio Mission 2019. And if you don't know about this, I learned this on Shibby Rob's channel because he got a whole roll of these. And I'm going to use this as a pointer. This particular point of the cross, on every one in the roll he had a big old cud right at the end of that. And so I always check them. I have found one with the cud on it. This happens to not have it, and this happens to be a P, and I need the D. So we're done with that, but I thought I'd share that with you in case you didn't know about it. 2016 Harper's Ferry. We just finished 2016. 2013 Great Basin. We could use a D. And that's a P, and it's kind of a cruddy one anyway, so. Pictured Rock 2018. Those are full. Now, I do go back and check these, so when you hear them going into the plate, I'm not done with them yet. 2017s, we have all of them. 2015 Homestead, we have all of those. George Rogers Clark 2017, we have all those, but that one for sure I have to check for cuds and cracks. That's one of the ones that's on my list. 2018s are done. Great Sand Dunes 2014. Please be a D. It is! Yay! This is our second find of the day. All right. I get so happy when I fill a hole because I know I am taking these straight from circulation out of pocket change, basically. Ooh, this is a nice clean coin here. It is a 2020 Salt River Bay. I would pray for it to be a D because I need it, but it's not. It's a P. And I think the one I have in there is about the same qualities. There we go. Saratoga 2015. We have that. We're down to our last four. But we will be revisiting all these because I have 2 rolls of customer rolled quarters from my bank. 2017s were full. Oh, there's another little bat. National Park 2020. Please be a D. Yeah, it's a P. I always get them P's. I get them P's. Picture drop 2018. We have all of those. And our last one is 2018. Block Island we already have. So we added 2 to our collection today out of the car wash. I am never unhappy about that. Oh, cool beans. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Let me get a drink here. Move on to the state quarters, which is almost full. This one, not the giveaway one. This one, which was the original one I started, needs an American Samoa and a Northern Mariana Islands, and that's it. That's all it needs. So I am not, like I said, I'm not going to add any more to the giveaway one unless they are the 2009 series, because those have been a bit difficult to locate. All right, let's see what we got here. Of course, like I said, we have to go back through all these to look for errors and so forth. Rhode Island, Pennsylvania, another Pennsylvania, New Hampshire. Boy, this one's seen a rough life. It's a South Dakota, but it's pretty beat. Somebody must have took this thing up to Sturgis and run over it with a motorcycle. Those bison on the back look like they've been run over a couple times. Delaware. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. I'm going to have to do it. I got to put this in the giveaway book. I said I wasn't going to add anything unless it was a 2009. Well, let me see here if I can show you what just jumped out. It's not the cleanest sample on the planet, but it will hold our spot. We got Guam. There's Guam. So let me get to our book. Oh, now that Storm and CA is gone, I find the Vegas coin. Okay. So I am going to put the Guam quarter in the book because those are, if somebody sends in a better Guam quarter, I will replace this one. This is not the cleanest one, but it will hold the spot. So let's get that in the book. All righty. That was an unexpected pleasure. Woohoo! Getting that contest book quarter book closer. Okay, New York. Vermont, I think it's really nasty. Ooh, this is a really nice Utah. Flip this thing over. I don't need it, but it's very nice. So I'm going to look and see if the one in the book is as tidy as this one, which it is not. So I'm going to switch this one out. This one's very clean. And the ones in the book is okay, but this one's very, very nice. So I do this. If I find one that's better, I will no doubt trade it in. I can't tell if it's my glasses or the scope. The one that we had is pretty good, but it's not quite as nice as this one. So I'm gonna do a trade. Oops. Just handle it by the edges. Try not to grub it up. Yeah, that one just much nicer coin. Everybody still here? Looks like I got a dozen of you captured. I get that thing up to 15. I might give something away. Yeah, I got to go to the post office anyway, so why not? Okay, what else we got here? There's an icky Utah. Connecticut. Connecticut is one of those ones you have to search, and I always have the hardest time with them trying to find the error. So yes, thank you to I'm not really monitoring what's going on YouTube. I'm looking at the what you call it side, StreamYard. So wow, 24 likes. Cool beans. That's good. I'm happy. I appreciate the support, especially after I logged on today and saw that I was back down to 666 people on my channel, and I was up to almost 700 at one point. But this move cost me a lot of viewers. My shows have been short and sporadic because I have this strange internet that I pay for by the gigs. So I get 55 gigabytes a month, and I haven't been able to go and wander around the channels and visit like I usually do, because I don't know how long, if I can do all my shows and still stream without running out of that time. Arkansas. So I haven't been out and about, and as a result, I've lost a lot of subscribers, and I'm kind of sad about that. I would really like to get involved in one of the multi-channel giveaways or something, but my channel's so small, nobody ever invites me to be in those. But that would be something that I would like to do to maybe help get my channel back up, and I got to start doing my videos again. I can finally do that. I'm set up for it. Arizona. Michigan, my former home. I love Michigan, and I wish I could move back to Michigan, and I might do that someday. But right now I am here, and so I'm trying to make the best of it. New Hampshire. Missouri. My dad called it Misery. That's where he was born. Another Michigan. And Virginia, my new home. Hello, Virginia. Oklahoma. Down to the last two. At least we found that Guam. That was good. Massachusetts and Minnesota. Last one. All right. Well, we didn't put anything in our state quarter book, but we did put one in the giveaway book. So now we're going to get to go through all those again because I got these two rolls. I'm initially just going to search them for the obvious silver, but before I do that, I had a coin that was in my giveaway or my little mini auction I had the other night trying to raise some money, and it didn't sell, so I'm going to give this away. It is a 1995 S proof, a JFK proof. It's beautiful, and it's going to go to somebody in here's house. So I'm going to give that away. And since we only have about a dozen people in here, we're going to make this an easy giveaway. Hang on, my brain's frying. All right. Here's my rules. Rules are you have to be at least 18 to play the game. You have to live in the United States because shipping outside is a pain in the butt. Yeah, it is a very nice proof. You can only guess once. Now, if somebody ahead of you has guessed the number that you just typed in, you can retract one time and put a different number in. After that, sorry. I think that's pretty much it. Closest without going over is the winner. I'm going to give you a range of numbers, and I need my other phone because I don't know how to set a timer on this one. So I'm just going to wing it, but I'm going to give everybody 2 minutes. My phone says it is 5:53, so when it says 5:55, we're going. Okay. So as soon as you see the range on the screen, you may guess your one guess. And I'm going to end it at, as soon as this flips over to 5:56, from 5:55, that's when I'm calling it halt. I wrote that down kind of late, so I'm going to do a different way. I don't want anybody to think I saw a number and picked a person, so I'm going to find a random number generator. Okay. We're almost out of time. Just as soon as my thing flips over to 5:56, I'm calling a halt. Got another second or two. Doody doody doo. Doodly doodly doo. I can't play real music. They will copyright infringe me or something. So I can't sing 96 Tears or the Meow Mix song. or any of that good stuff. Up, time is up. So stop, stop, and stop. Okay. See if I can get this thing. Random number generator. Okay. I'll put it up on the screen in just a second once I get it set up. Okay, let me see if I can get this thing up on the screen. I have troubles doing that sometimes. Chrome tab, random number generator. Okay, I am looking for one number between 1 and 25. So, see if I can bring this up. And I'm going to hit the generate button. Oh, I hate when it does this. Makes you... Stop, 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 stop. My sister's calling me and I have 96 tears for a thing on my phone. So I hope I don't get in trouble for that little ring. Random number is 15. So the closest to 15 without going over wins that proof. Okay, there's a 5, there's a 25, there's an 11, 17, 18, 9, 14. 14. Somebody double check me, but it looks as though Archaeology Mikey is our closest. So congratulations, Archaeology Mikey. I believe you are getting a proof. How about that? That belongs to Mikey. Good job, Mikey. Now you're going to have to let me know if you are still at the address I have or if you are already at the Florida address, because I don't want to send it to the wrong place. Archaeology Mikey, congratulations. Woohoo! Put you in the pile there. Please email me. Let me know where to send that, because I don't want it to go to the wrong place. And if y'all excuse me for like 1 second, I know what my sister wanted. She wanted to tell me that the chili was ready, but I think she forgot I have a show today. All right. I already told my brother-in-law. Okay, well, amuse me, Mikey, because I don't know where all my addresses are, so send me the address anyway. Thanks. Okay, now we've got the 2 mystery rolls. This one kind of cracked open in my purse, but I didn't peek, I promise. These I got at my bank today. I wanted a box, but didn't get one. And Marty is nuts about digging. By the way, my brother-in-law who's making that chili is a retired chef. So that is going to be some killer chili. And my sister is also a retired chef. So when I eat at my sister's house, the food's really good. I'll tell you that right now. So I got these 2. Initially, I'm just going to look for silver or W's. And then we will go back and try to put them in the books. She said I might be able to order a box next week. And I know that's a lot of money, but I just take the money and put it right back where I got it from. I don't order boxes very often. Many of you who have been with me for a while know I am not the best at coin roll hunting, so I don't do it particularly often. Trying to push these out of here. This is why, the guys that do this stuff every day, they can open these rolls and they have this perfect little roll and they can hold it up, and me, it doesn't happen that way. It just goes everywhere. I have a giant coin spill. What in the heck is this? Oh, we got shortchanged. There's a nickel in our quarter roll. A nickel. Not even a good nickel, I don't think. Let's see what we got shortchanged for. A 2015 D. Well, I'll be nickeled. That wasn't good. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm kind of going to push them into stacks like I do, but I'm not going to really study them too much except see if they're silver or a W. That's a state park. That's a state park. That's a state. I've lost my glove. I don't see any silver in here, unfortunately. I was hoping for bigger and better things, but what the heck? It was just something to do. There's a regular old George. Ooh, there's a really nice looking Maryland. State. George. Bicentennial. State. State. Park. George. George. Park. George. State. George. Park. Park. I'm just going to sort them and then I'll go back through them and see if there's anything worth anything. Park. State. Park. Something's making my nose itch. Park. Park. State. George. State. State. Park. George. Park. George. Park. 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 George. George. State. State. And a really, really shiny North Dakota. That's okay. Let's go back to our books again. Yeah, I got robbed on the nickel. And I didn't get any silver either. Oh, that wasn't fun. Let's see what we got with them. Let's go through these plain old Washingtons real quick and see if there's a 71 in there. That's the only one we need in that book. Blind as a bat. Okay. 98. 73. 86. 97. 89. Come on. 86. 94. Yeah, I haven't found any Canadians since I got to Virginia. I was hoping I'd find some W's because I was closer to West Point. 74 and 81. Nope, nothing there. We do have a bicentennial, though. We got that. Let's get my state book out again. Although I'm pretty sure we're not going to have an American Samoa or Northern Mariana Islands. We can give it a check. Never know. I didn't expect to find Guam earlier either. Indiana, an escapee. Tennessee, my neighbors. New York, Maryland, Connecticut, New York, New Hampshire, and Virginia. And 2 extremely nice North Dakotas. I mean, these look like they just came out of the roll. They're very, very shiny. So I'm going to look real quick and see what the North Dakota in our book looks like. And if this one's better, I will replace it. And it's definitely going to be better. So we're going to put one of these shiny North Carolinas in. Hi, Jonathan Reese. Thank you for joining us. So, yeah, I'm going to switch this out because it's a lot nicer coin. Than the one I originally had in there. All right. So, no help there. Boy, I don't know what's making my nose itch. Well, yeah, I kind of do. Right down at the end of the road. They've been doing road construction all day out here. Yeah, even in the mountains, you cannot get away from it. And they have stored up a lot of stuff. They were grinding pavement. And yeah, so that's probably... All right. Nope, there was no silver in that roll. I'm going to check our state part book real quick, and then we'll open that other roll. We still got another chance at this. We did get cheated out of 20 cents, but do occurreth. Okay. We got a War in the Pacific 2019. We really need a D, and we did not get it. We got the P. A Weir Farm 2020. We need the D, and it's a P. A National Park 2020, also known as a... That's a P. It's a P. Blue Ridge Parkway, I know I have those. Ooh, this is a nice looking Salt River Bay 2020. It's a P, and I don't need it, but it's a very nice looking coin. And it's actually better than the one I have in the book. So we're going to do a swap. If I can get the one out of the book. Hard to do with gloves on. When it, sometimes they just don't want to come out, and sometimes they don't want to stay in. Yeah, let's do that one. That looks nicer. Now I don't have my gloves. Oh, my cat loves laser pointers. I have lost his. And I don't really have room for him to run around here and chase it either, so. But yeah, he really loves those. Harper's Ferry, I know we have those, both of them. Here's a Weir Farm 2020. It's a P though, and we need the D. This is a really grubby Ellis Island, which I know we've already got both of those anyway. Pictured rock, we have both of those. Denali 2012. Ooh, excuse me. I already had that one. Got 4 more to go in this batch. Just did that one. Another picture rock. Already have that. That's a Lowell. A 2019 Lowell. It's a P. I don't need it. I keep hoping I'll hit a W. I have never hit a W. Not in my change, not in the car wash. I have never hit a W. 2014 Shenandoah. Oh. Well, that roll didn't help us much. Think we should crack the other one open, guys? See what we got? What do you think? Yes? No? I'm opening it. I can't wait. Let me see if I can do it without shooting them everywhere. Come on, come on. Woohoo! I did it. There's not anything exciting there, but I did it. At least I don't think there is. Now, I don't see anything that looks like silver. We'll just sort them out and go through them again. There's a State. There's a George. Oh. Remember I said if I found any of the last ones in our giveaway book that I would put them in. The 2009s, which are District of Columbia. The ones that we need are District of Columbia, American Samoa, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Northern Mariana. I just found a District of Columbia. So that's going in our giveaway book. It's a nice one, too. Real nice looking DC coin. Probably cleaner than DC itself. All right. So we did get that, a 2009 for the giveaway book. Let me remind you all again, if you'd like to win this book filled, what you need to do is you need to send me a state quarter, preferably from your state, and that's your entry to win. You can send 2. There's a limit of 2 entries. When the book is full, or as close to full as we're going to get it on October, the last entries will go in on October. Oh, I can't find my calendar here. It won't flip. Oh yeah, M3 took the calendar down last night again. Okay, we're going to close the entries on October the 15th. And on October the 19th, everyone who has sent quarters in, their name will be placed in the contention to win the full book. So, it's P.O. Box 96, Galax, Virginia, 24333, as our wonderful handy Andy 736 has posted. So, I'm not filling that book. There's some already in it. I'm not going to fill it. But if I find a 2009, I am putting them in because those seem to be a little bit more difficult to find. So we don't want blank spaces there. when we have something that we can put in. So right now I'm just sorting into if it's a state, if it's a park, or if it's just a plain old George. And then we'll go back through these and see if we have anything else useful. I just happened to see that one and had one of those Barney Fife moments. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Andy, I got one. And since my moderator's name is Andy, there we go. Well, one of my moderators. A lot of plain old Georges in here. Maybe we'll get that 71 that we need. Boy, there are a bunch of them. Yeah, unfortunately, I think the person who rolled these knew what they were doing. Well, I don't know, though. They left that DC in there. Yeah, I may come on just at some random time this week while I'm working on the list that I am making of the errors and varieties of the national park coins, just to let everybody know how that's coming along. I have found a number of them mentioned places that I had never heard of before, so I'm trying to make a good list that we can all work from instead of having to jump all over the internet like I've been having to do. It would be nice if there was something a little more complete. Okay. So I got them split up. There were a lot of state quarters and a lot of plain old Georges in this roll. No silver, no nickels. So I guess that's good. Didn't get any nickels in this one. Let me put my other glasses on. I know you guys get tired of seeing me do this, but if I try to read the computer with my bifocals, I get a terrible headache. You just send whatever you want to send to go in this book and fill the holes. The best coins will be put in the book. Yeah, Mikey, I go back through every one of these coins. I've got them all sorted out and I go back through them all. I've got my books. I've got my error book that Coyote Whacker sent me, which was really awesome. The problem with the book is the way it's laid out. They have like a section on die cracks and a section on DDOs. And so you have to go section by section instead of coin by coin. And I wish they had put it like all the possible things you could find on a 1969D or all the possible things you could find on a Cumberland Gap. Instead of having to flip back and forth in the book, it's a little bit awkward. The information is great. It's just a little bit. No, it's not an album, Jonathan. It's a book. Let me see if I can get it off the shelf here. Coyote Whacker donated it when I first started doing this so that I could find the error coins and stuff. But like I said, the problem with it is that you have to jump all over the book for the same coin. You've got to go to the DDO section. Then you got to go to the die crack section. Then you got to go. It needs to all be on one page for one coin. So I'm trying to make a list that's a little bit easier to follow. And some of the things I found are not in that book. So, we're going to try to do something to educate. Okay, let me put this one aside. And I can go through these Washingtons real quick because right now, the only thing I am looking for in these regular Washingtons is a 1971 to go in my book. Yeah, it's a good book. It just, I just don't like the way it jumps around for what I'm doing. So, okay, 96, 94, 90, 97, looking for a 71, 86, 65, 97, 96, 96 tears, another 96 tears, 87, 93, come on, 71, 95. I mean, I know I could get a 71, but I want it to be from the car wash. 94, because everything else in that book is. 81, 74, got close but no cigar. 77, and our last one was a 90. So no luck there. Now we're going to go to the state parks, or the national parks rather, because I only have a few of them in the stack. Unfortunately, we did not get any silver out of those rolls, but you know, they were customer rolls that I was just lucky enough to get. Any quarters around here, they don't really like to part with change. Whoop-de-doo. I guess you guys can tell I'm feeling better. Some of you may not know, I took a fall this weekend and kind of hurt myself. Okay, here's a 2010 Grand Canyon. If it's a D, I have a place for it. But it's a P. So close and yet so far. Yeah, I fell down at the farmer's market and hurt my back and my shoulder. So I had to cancel my event for yesterday, which was on my other channel. That has been rescheduled for next Sunday at 11 a.m. That's the Oh Susie Q Jewelry and Decor. And it's the end of the endless summer sale. So we'll be doing that Sunday, this coming Sunday at 11 a.m. There's a lot of the coin folks come in there because they support me and they like the jewelry that I make. And I did find some little coins to make some jewelry out of. They're not US coins. When I first found them, I thought they had zodiac signs on them, but then when I looked at them more closely, these little charms have Queen Elizabeth II on them. So they are actually meant to replicate coins, and they're cute. So I'm gonna make some jewelry items out of those this week. And those of you who have been in there before may remember when we did Pick Your Pooch. It's a thing where you can design your own jewelry. You get to pick out your dog charms from a number of different puppy varieties that I have, and then you get to pick out your colors of your accent beads, and then we put it all together and you have designed someone's favorite thing. Okay, we got nothing out of that roll. We did better out of the car wash this week. Alrighty. Now, I got state left. I already know I only need the U.S. Virgin Islands and the Northern Mariana. So I'm not going to get the book out. I'm just going to look, and if you hear me jumping up and down, you will know that I found one of those. Mississippi, Maryland, another Maryland, Rhode Island, Louisiana, Arizona. I always feel like I'm doing the Miss America pageant. Miss Delaware, Miss Massachusetts, Miss Delaware, she's cheating. They got 2 entries. Hey, Dreadpool, did you get your stickers? Louisiana, Washington, South Dakota, Kansas. I'm going to look at Kansas real quick. I've never found one of the In God We Rust, and I didn't find one today either. But I keep looking. We always keep looking. Massachusetts, North Carolina, my neighbors. I only live like 10 miles from North Carolina. And the grand finale is Washington. So we didn't do much with those 2 rolls of quarters, but you never know. I get them when I can get them. I have not found the In God We Rust yet, but I'm gonna, because I go through a lot of quarters. The odds say that at some point I am going to hit one of those. So, yeah, I like the pooping horse one, but I also like the corn with the extra leaf on it. That one's pretty easy to spot. Yeah, there's a lot of errors. I'm making lists of, first I'm going to do the national parks, and then when I get that list as done as I can get it, I'm going to post it, and then I'm going to start on my states. You know, I do have this card here where I have states just listed that I know I need to look at for errors, but I don't have the specifics written down. That's why I'm making these lists, because I want people to have that information without having to go all over the internet to find it. And there are some that I have found that some people say they're errors and some people say they're not, and they're questionable, but I'm going to put them on the list anyway, and you can draw your own conclusions. So anyway, I guess we used up all of that. Now, I don't think I got anything else exciting, but see, here's some of my notes on the national parks, but my notes are not in any order either. So once I get them written down, I'm going to go in and I'm going to create a database. And that way, if I go to put the same one in twice, I'll be able to know it's already there. But there's just, you're going all over the place looking for the stuff, and new things pop up all the time. So I thought maybe it would be useful to others besides myself to have such a list readily available, and I will put that somewhere on my channel where people will be able to access it. So now I got a whole bunch more quarters that got to go. They do, Mikey, but it's not complete. Every place I go, I find a different one that's not on the other one. Theirs is pretty good, but like I said, people find new stuff every day sorting through coins. And, you know, if it's just a one-shot deal, you can kind of write it off as, oh, well, it was done by a sorting machine or whatever. But when something happens, like you find a whole roll that all have the same cud on them, that's a pretty good bet there was something happening at the mint that day that wasn't supposed to get out. So I still have, well, I've got all these quarters from today, so I got about $40 worth here to sort, and I got a box with another $40 worth in. So like I said, I'm probably going to pop on off and on throughout the rest of the week, now that I know I still have a little bit of time left before my internet resets on the 28th. pop on, and I got to build my hours back up. And I lost a lot of users, and I don't know if that was something that YouTube took them away, or just because my programming has been sketchy the last month while I was moving, people left. I don't know, but I dropped from 680 back down to 666 over pretty much overnight. And they took a bunch of my view hours too, and I don't know why. And at the current rate, I will be dead and buried before I am ever eligible for monetization. So yeah, they purged me all right. They do it all the time. And I think since February of this year, they have actually taken over 150 subs away from me and about 500 viewing hours. And it's not fair. It's not fair. Once you've got that number, they shouldn't be able to just go in and willy-nilly start pulling them back. But that's what they've done. The other thing that they've done, which hurt me, and it's hurt a lot of people, and I tell people all the time, go to your lists of the channels that you're subscribed to, and you may think that you set your notification, but YouTube periodically resets that as well. I realized about a week ago, I had not had a notification from T Wolf Coin Hunter for months. And I thought, now that's odd. So today I went over to T Wolf because he happened to be live streaming, and I looked, and that had been unset. And I know I did not do that, because when I was a newbie, T Wolf was the first person who sent me a package of coins as a newbie and said, here, welcome to the community. So I would never have turned off the notifications to T Wolf. It was turned off. My notifications to Rob Finds Treasures was turned off. My notifications to one of my favorite metal detectors, Robert Ferguson, was turned off. So they have gone in and they have turned off a bunch of the notifications. So you're not always knowing when your favorites are online. So you need to go back and check. I had people say they didn't even know I was still doing my channel because they weren't getting any notifications. So y'all please check that, not just for my channel, but for everybody that you really like and don't want to miss out on, because YouTube's done it again. It's very frustrating because I'm a low budget channel. I started out as a metal detecting channel, and I still do metal detecting, but it was so hot in the state of Georgia that I could not metal detect. And then the COVID thing started, and now I am up on a mountain. I'm way out in the country where the odds of me running into anybody with COVID while I'm metal detecting are slim to non-existent. And I have acres and acres of this farm I have not searched yet. So I am going to go back to my metal detecting, but the two are related. When you detect metal, a lot of times it's coins. And my coin collection actually started a long time ago and then was abandoned. So when the COVID thing started, I picked up the coin thing, and I do my coin show on Monday. I do my metal detecting show on Wednesday. On my other channel, I do jewelry and home decor items, and that is a whole completely different channel, and those are almost always on Sundays when I do them. So anyway, I'm just letting y'all know that I got kicked way back down. So if you have a channel, you might want to check, because I know Everyday Copportunity had the same thing this week. A whole bunch of his hours and people disappeared. Now, see, I hardly ever found artifacts, Mikey, but now that I have moved up here, here's the best find of the other day. This is from the lettering style on it. We are guessing from the 1940s or early 1950s. And it is a hood latch release handle from an old car. Now, I'm kind of a car person, so I thought that was kind of a cool find. But it's a different kind of detecting up here than it was in Georgia. So just wait and see what I find. I'm going to try to go to Florida Hunt 7 if I can get my finances straightened out a little bit. Now that I got my insurance situation back under control, where I'm not paying cash for my medical care, there's a possibility. And there's some people that I know that live north of me that I may be able to go with for that event. But actually, I want to try and go. It's in February. And if the COVID thing is halfway under control, I want to try to go so I can go visit my brother who lives in the same area. But like somebody just said, it's been a tough year. Yeah, Andy, it's been a tough year for a lot of folks. I'm hoping it gets better. And I don't talk politics on here, but here's a prediction that my sister made, and I think she's right. The closer we get to the election, that's when everybody is in Washington is going to start pushing for another stimulus check because they want to look good on election day. And she might be right about that, and I hope they do, because there's a lot of people that need that stimulus check. They're hurting. So anyway, I'm going to go and get some of that fancy chili. Again, I want to thank the people that were at my little mini auction the other night. That was George. What is it? George 9560. I can never remember the numbers. But anyway, George and Kellen L. They were buying some stuff, and Silver Nitrate sent a donation, and Ed Booth sent a donation that came in my P.O. box, which he mentioned that he would like to have the proof set that didn't sell, so he's going to get that. Hi, Armando. You got here right at the end, buddy. So anyway, he got that, and with his donation, which was for my household situation, I got a heater, so M3 and I aren't going to freeze anymore, because it was down in the 30s last night, and M3 was very unhappy. He ran around and do a fit, and I'm trying to move the camera where you can see M3. No, that's not M3. You can almost see him. There he is. Anyway, he decided he was going to crawl under my blankets. And then when he got under there, I guess I moved around and he didn't like it too much. So I think now it's going to be warm enough in here that he can sleep in his own bed without tearing me up. We can always hope anyway. So I will be back for sure on Wednesday night at 8 o'clock for From the Ground Up, which is my metal detecting show, but we also talk about coins in there. And I may pop in sometime tomorrow evening sorting through these varieties and errors. So, make sure you got your notifications set up. And man, I hate to log off when there's 18 people in here. Oh my goodness. I want to thank all of you so much. That's really awesome to see that many people in here. I hope you hit the like button before you head out. So that's pretty cool. I have not been doing a full show lately, and we got pretty close to doing one tonight before I ran out of stuff. But anyway, I'll tell you what, Mike, about that electric blanket. I had given my friend Tommy one for Christmas, and when he had his stroke, I went to pack some of his stuff up, and I packed that electric blanket. And after he passed away, I kept that. And that's the only thing that kept us from freezing last night, was that I had Tommy's electric blanket here. And so today, when we received the donation in the P.O. box, I went and got a new heater that handles this whole cabin now. And I kid you guys not, I made a pitcher of tea last night, and the pitcher wouldn't fit in my refrigerator, so I just left it sitting on my table. I woke up this morning, and I had this little room closed off, and had a little heater about this big. When I went into the other room, it was about 20 degrees cooler in there than it was in the bedroom, and it was cold in the bedroom. So I get out there, and I went to pour myself some tea so I could take my medicine, and there was actually little ice crystals in my tea pitcher. And I'm like, oh, we got to get a heater. And so I was going to go look for heaters and put it on a credit card, which I didn't want to do because the credit card's just about maxed out from my move. And I went by the post office, and thank you, Ed Booth. Ed Booth had sent something wonderful, and so we're gonna sleep nice and warm tonight with our new radiator heater. M3 is curled up on the bed in the radiating zone, and he is out for the count. He is so happy. so everybody, I so appreciate you coming. Make sure that your notifications are set. Make sure you're subscribed, because they unsubscribe some people too, and all that good stuff. And I'm going detector tomorrow, so I'll see y'all Wednesday, or maybe before. Might be tomorrow night. If I find something real good, I could get real excited and just have to go on the air. So thank you, Handy Andy 736. I know I also saw Tiffany Twisted in here for a while, who is also one of my mods. But the Andy man, he takes care of this channel. He is awesome. Thank you so much. I will see y'all later. I'm going to go get some chili. Bye. Bye. M3, say bye.